Picture this. You're sitting down watching the finale of the newest hot anime. It's the final battle between good and evil. Everything prior led to this moment. After 45 minutes of action, you get to the end. The good guy won. Everyone made it out alive and the villain was defeated. Amazing. All your favorite characters persevered. This should be a wonderful moment for viewers alike, but you can't just shake this thought sitting in the back of your head. Were there really any stakes? I mean, at every turn you're told these characters are facing certain death, yet it just doesn't happen. Of course it would be awful if your favorite ones bit the dust, but you feel like you could have predicted this ending. For everything that happened, it almost feels like nothing happened, which kinda sucks. Why do some animes hit so hard while others feel like nothing matters? Even with insane fights, beautiful animation, perfect soundtracks, some anime still fall short. But what could possibly be missing? What element separates these anime from one that truly leave a lasting impact? Well, in order to figure out what we're missing, we first need to figure out what we have. We have great animation. We have complex yet simple to understand power systems. We have an impactful soundtrack that enhances every fight and emotional moment. We even have masterfully written characters. These things are all amazing, but not what make you grip the edge of your seat in anticipation. The real difference is much simpler than this. It's uncertainty. Think back to your personal favorite moments in anime history. Chances are you weren't just hyped because the fights looked cool. You were terrified because you genuinely didn't know what was going to happen next. Every attack mattered. Every action had consequence. Every decision felt like it could change the events of the story itself forever. You weren't just watching to see how the main character would win. You were watching to see if there was even a chance they could. This is a feeling many anime struggle to grasp. I mean, it makes sense in a real-world perspective. Let's say Goku were to die. Again, but permanently this time. Never to come back. Imagine the fan outrage. Imagine the angry comments, the drop in viewership, and the decline in merch sales. Look at Family Guy when they killed off Brian. People were livid.
The dog on Family Guy.
The dog, Brian?
Yeah, Brian.
Man, stop playing for real.
I'm playing, man.
I mean, Dragon Ball Z just wouldn't be Dragon Ball Z without Goku. Creating suspense while keeping all the fan favorite characters intact, or even operational, in a story is something that is so hard to do as a writer, which just makes it all much more commendable when it happens. When looking at anime, the longer a series goes on, the more audience begin to understand the rules. The main cast survives, or comes back from impossible situation after impossible situation. Imagine how devastating it was for Dragon Ball fans when Krillin first died. Now when it happens, it just feels like any other Tuesday. Characters start to walk away from injuries that should have killed them. Deaths get faked out. Before long, viewers just start to assume a lack of stakes before episodes even start. And the moment you start believing that, something incredibly important disappears. Tension. Not the kind created by loud music or flashy visuals, but real blood-chilling tension. The kind that draws out beads of sweat across your forehead because you're convinced something dire might happen to your favorite character. The mere thought that these characters you spent countless episodes with might not make it to the next one. This is why tension is so important. It's not that killing off characters magically makes stories better, or that every peak anime battle has to be a bloodbath. It's quite the opposite, actually. Death is valuable because of what it represents. Consequences. Consequences are what makes stories feel alive. These characters don't have plot armor. If every dangerous situation guaranteed a happy ending, then danger would stop feeling dangerous. Villains would stop feeling threatening. Sacrifice would cease to be meaningful. Without consequence, these stories lose the key ingredient that makes them feel alive. On the other hand, when stories prove that actions have serious permanent consequences, suddenly fights matter. Every goodbye carries extra weight. Every heartfelt conversation truly could be the last. Every action scene becomes intense as you realize the story isn't afraid to take someone away from you. This is how anime like Attack on Titan had audience on the edge of their seats from the very beginning. Nobody felt untouchable. Even children were deadly. The world didn't bend around our protagonists. In fact, it swallowed them whole at any slight misstep. This is also how series like Hunter x Hunter can punch you so hard in the gut in its tonal shift at the beginning of the Chimera Ants arc. Gon realizes for the first time that he's not strong enough to save everyone he cares about, and that guilt eats him alive. In Jujutsu Kaisen, this is used to give Sukuna his deadly presence.
No, you won't. I hereby forbid every person in a 100-meter radius from moving until I say the word now. And of course, I'll kill anyone who violates that rule.
Without the Shibuya incident, Sukuna is just a name from the past with stories attached. Only until Yuji has witnessed the deaths of his closest friends through the eyes of his own body taken over, does he and the audience truly grasp Sukuna's weight as a threat for the first time. Compare these feelings to stories where every major character survives impossible odds over and over again. Eventually you catch on. You stop worrying about the worst possible outcomes of these fights as experience has taught you not to. The spectacle is still there. Glossy animation, insane choreography, powers like you could only imagine, but emotion starts to fade. And that's the irony. The stories willing to hurt us often are the ones we love the most. Given I'm writing this at the gym right now, think of it like working out. Yes, every push-up hurts, but through doing them, we get bigger. This is because loss creates value. When something can be taken away, every moment with it becomes more precious. Every victory feels earned because we know it wasn't guaranteed. The highs truly become highs as the lows of failure were ever present. This is what so many anime are missing. Not better animation, not bigger explosions, not stronger heroes or villains, but genuine consequence that makes us feel the story and its characters have something to lose. Because when no one can die, no one can truly find the thrill in living. That was a corny line, I'm sorry. But let me know what you think. Did I accidentally trash on your favorite anime? Hey, Dragon Ball is mine and I definitely wasn't positive about it. Do you agree with my take? Make sure you let me and others know in the comments down below. Respectfully, of course. While you're down there, you can now hype my videos. Please do that and help my channel grow if you enjoy my content, so I have a reason to spend more time on these videos. That being said, subscribe with the notifications on to make sure you don't miss any more. Leave a like as well. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you again.